Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I am reviewing The Exorcist III. So this is written and directed by William Peter Blatty, based on his book Legion, and it stars George C. Scott, Ed Flanders, Jason Miller, Scott Wilson, Nicole Williamson, and Brad Bourif. So this takes place 15 years after the events of the first film, The Exorcist, ignoring all the events from the second film, The Exorcist II: The Heretic. This is a direct sequel to just the first movie. So basically, you don't have to see the second movie to watch this one. And in all honesty, I don't know why I watched the second one. Maybe I just did for review purposes because I'm doing this in the build-up to The Exorcist Believer. So, this, as I said, is 15 years after the events of that, and our main protagonist, Kinderman, now played by George C. Scott, is following a series of murders believed to be from the Gemini Killer, but of course he goes deeper into the darkness and he finds that Father Damien Karras, it may not be as dead as he thought when he threw himself out the window when the demon Pazuzu took possession of him. And of course we see moments where he's Brad Dourif, the Gemini Killer, to where he is then Damien Karras. But of course in the end it all reveals that it's the demon behind it all, and he uses Karras as a vessel and has, then finish him off, and that's the story there. So what did I like about this one? Well, first of all, I like that this was a lot more better than the second film. Not as good as the first film, but better than the second one. And I can see why William Peter Blatty decided to ignore The Heretic, because as I said in my review to that one, it was not a great film. But this one, it was a lot more improved and a lot better. And George C. Scott did a great job in the role, filling in the shoes for the previous actor who passed away in '76. And it's always weird hearing George C. Scott speak in his proper American voice, but I know he's an American actor. Maybe it's because the first time I was ever introduced to the actor was when he played Scrooge in 1984's A Christmas Carol. But yeah, I know he's an American actor, and he was great in this one, playing the role, facing the evil and stuff. Brad Dourif, of course, at that time and probably today, he's still known as, of course, Charles Lee Ray or Chucky from the Child's Play films. He did a great compelling performance too, including Jason Miller returning as Karras, or the Patient Zero I think it is, or something. That scene where he's in the cell in his room talking to him, and he's telling him all this like evil cursing and what have you, and killings, and how it's a work of art. That is a great scene in the film. I gotta admit, that scene actually had me focusing on them too. And, I was not distracted, I focused directly on that one. And that was to be a great scene, great acting done there. And of course we get our final act where the exorcism takes place again, and they banish the demon Pazuzu, even though he's not actually named in this third film, Pazuzu, but of course we all know him as Pazuzu, so I just thought, yeah, Pazuzu. I also thought that the pacing of this was a lot better. It was part crime drama, part supernatural thriller, and I like that in all. The mystery and the crime solving kept me focused throughout. This film is about 1 hour and 50 minutes long, so it's just under 2 hours long, and it doesn't drag. It actually goes by pretty quick for me, watching this. Also, there are them jump scares that we get. Of course, with me seeing this before, I didn't get jumped, but I still do like that scene. You'll know, the people who have seen this, you'll know what I'm talking about. When that nurse is doing her duties and what have you, and then, all of a sudden, the guy, the blanket on him and those big chop things, playing that intense music before cutting to the decapitated Jesus statue. I'm like, yeah, that's an iconic moment. That's what a lot of people take back from that film as well. We also had the return of Mike Oldfield's score, the Exorcist theme, that do 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 around the openings and that, letting us know that this is a truer, more dedicated sequel to 1973's The Exorcist. It's set in 1990 and 15 years after the first film, so that made me think, does that mean The Exorcist is set 2 years in the future from when it was made in 1975? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I feel that, after William Peter Blatty saw the sequel, Exorcist II, The Heretic, he was like, no, if we're making another Exorcist film, we're doing it right, and we're ignoring that one, and I'm giving you this one. And William Peter Blatty did some good writing and directing there, and some good, there was some good cinematography in it all, a lot more improved than the second movie. So The Exorcist III, is there anything I didn't like? I guess there were a few moments that had me a bit off focus, but all in all, it's a solid one. So I'll give The Exorcist III 4 stabs out of 5. 4 stabs out of 5 for The Exorcist III. So there you go. There's your review on that one. So have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review on The Exorcist III. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.